There's something very strange with Amazon. I search with desktop microphone. The very first product I see is from Amazon's own basic microphone, featured from Amazon brands, it says. And after that, there's a bunch of sponsor ads, which probably you're gonna filter out. If I scroll down a little bit, you'll find microphones 10 times the number of reviews, often at a lower price and with better features. But Amazon's version is the one that gets prime visibility. At first glance, that might not feel like a big deal. After all, maybe their products are just the best. But it's not always about quality or even price. It's something more jarker than you think. Both these microphones are being reviewed by Mrwhosetheboss, and here's what he said.
So this is how the $26.99 Amazon mic sounds. It's actually pretty freaking good, but it's simple. And then this is how the $19.99 one sounds, and it is every bit as good, except this one also happens to have a pop filter, a fully adjustable stand, and RGB lighting baked in, and it doesn't even look cheap.
Amazon Basics microphone is good, but it's not the best choice. Now let's try another example, gaming monitor. Again, Amazon Basics is right at the top. Their monitor sells around $149, and below that, there's some sponsored products, and look at this one and this one. Both of them are better in reviews and cheaper in price. And here, with very fewer reviews compared to the competitors and higher price tag, still Amazon Basics rank at the top. In both cases, Amazon's product isn't terrible. It works fine, but it's not the best deal, not the most trusted option, and not the most loved by the customers. Yet, it's the one given the spotlight. Now here's where things get really interesting. Amazon doesn't just place their own basic products at the top. They also have a history of copying what already works. For example, Peak Design, a company that makes premium camera bags. Their average sling sold for about $129, built with recycled materials, aluminum hardware, and backed by a lifetime warranty. It became a bestseller. And suddenly, Amazon launched their own Amazon Basics average sling. At first glance, it looked almost identical, but inside, it was a stripped-down version. Plastic instead of aluminum, no recycled materials, and of course, no lifetime guarantee. And this isn't one-off story. Back in the day, Rain Design had the best-selling laptop stand on Amazon. Soon after, Amazon launched a basic version that looked nearly identical, just with a different logo. And even in footwear, Amazon's 206 collective brand was accused of copying Allbirds Woodrunner, but selling them at less than half the price. So how do they know exactly which product to copy? Simple. Amazon has access to the ultimate dataset. They know which product to sell fastest, which ones get returned, which variation customer prefer, and where brand loyalty is weak. With the inside knowledge, they can launch their own version with a huge unfair advantage. Even if Amazon Basics products aren't the cheapest or best, why are they still so hard to compete with? Because the rules of the game don't apply equally. Here's the reality. Third-party sellers pay fees on every sale. That includes a monthly subscription plus referral fees averaging around 15%. Amazon, of course, doesn't pay these fees on its own products. Add to that their buying power. Amazon can place massive orders directly with manufacturers and secure better rates than almost any other seller. And unlike you, Amazon doesn't need to make a profit from these basic products. And that's because Jeff Bezos himself once said, "We want to make money when people use our devices, not when they buy them." The same principle applies here. Amazon wins by keeping you on their platform, buying for Prime, and eventually buying into Amazon Video, Music, fresh groceries, and more. So while sellers fight to keep margins, Amazon can afford to sell at break-even or even at a loss because they benefit in so many other ways. And when it comes to visibility, things get even tougher. Even when another brand clearly has the better product, Amazon Basics still finds its way to top of search result. A perfect example is Anker's USB-C cable. With over thousands of reviews and a woven, durable finish, Anker was given Amazon's overall peak badge. But where does it appear? Below Amazon Basics. So what happened to sellers? The only way to be seen is by paying for sponsored placements. And this isn't just an opinion. An industry guide by Expanto puts it clearly. Sponsored ads are not optional, they are a requirement. In other words, seller must now treat advertising as the ticket to play on Amazon. Organic ranking alone is no longer enough. And here's where the strategy becomes clear. Amazon Basics isn't about maximizing profit from product sale. It's about controlling the playing field. And here's how the cycle works. Amazon puts their own product in front of yours. Over time, more customers buy it, which lets Amazon give itself the bestseller badge. Once that happens, they can claim, see, it really is the top choice, even though they only get there by pushing others down. The same applies with Amazon Choice and overall peak badges. These badges might suggest neutrality, but in practice, they often end up on Amazon's own products. Even when the competitor get the badge, they are usually placed below basics. It's a self-fulfilling loop. Visibility drives sales. Sales drive badges. Badges reinforce trust, and Amazon cements its dominance. So when you look at the search results, batteries, cotton buds, printer paper, even clothing, Amazon Basics rank at the first. Not always the cheapest, not always the best value, but always fast. So if Amazon Basics always gets special treatment, what can sellers actually do? The truth is, trying to compete with Amazon's own low-cost commodities like batteries, cable, or paper is a losing battle. But that doesn't mean you can't win. It just means you need a smarter strategy. Based on our findings, here are 4 key strategies. Build a brand moat. Amazon Basics doesn't offer warranties, a strong branding, or emotional connection. Lean into this. Offer customer service, storytelling, values, and guarantees that add loyalty. Go multi-channel. Use Amazon as a traffic engine, but also invest in your own website and expand into other marketplaces like Walmart, eBay, TikTok, and Wayfair. This spreads risk and builds brand strengths. Drive external traffic. Use social media, influencer marketing, SEO blogs, and email marketing to bring in buyers. With the advancement in AI like Google Gemini and ChatGPT, you also need to get recommended and rank within these AI tools. So if you have better visibility in everywhere, you're likely to get recommended in these AI tools. Use ads smartly. Advertising is no longer optional, but it doesn't have to eat all your profit. Focus on brand defense campaign, competitor targeting, and cross-selling strategies that maximize lifetime customer value. And this is exactly where we step in at Ecomclips. The same strategies we have just outlined, building brands, expanding into new marketplaces, growing DTC website, driving external traffic, and running smarter ads, this is what we do every day for our clients. Our role is simple. Where Amazon tries to limit your options, we help you unlock them. So whether it's optimizing your listings, managing ads, or scaling beyond Amazon, our goal is to make sure you don't just survive, but actually grow smarter in this environment. The goal isn't to fight Amazon Basics on their terms. The goal is to play a different game, one where you build a brand that customers remember and come back. So Amazon Basics may win on placement, but sellers can win on loyalty, creativity, and customer trust. And like this, there are always new challenges on Amazon. At Ecomclips, we have helped hundreds of brands navigate these exact challenges across Amazon and beyond. Now, if you are ready to scale smarter, not cheaper, and build a brand that stands the test of time, let's talk.